Hey, Broadway.com. Here we are. It's week 8 of It's Always Sunny. 8! I can't believe it's been... Do you believe it's been 8 weeks? It's seriously... I guess time flies when you're doing 8 shows a week. So, this week, I think we're going to spend a little time with Ashley Fitzgerald, who is the Dark Lady of the Cher show. Now, if you've seen the show, you might know this is this really badass dance number. What happens is, Ashley tangos with basically every member of the male cast, and Sonny and Greg are like sing-fighting Dark Lady to this dance. So it's very different. It's this kind of amazing standout dance number in the show, and a lot of people have asked about it. So I wanted to get to see how she prepares, because what she does with her body is just like almost unfathomable. I mean, I can't imagine doing any of the things she does without breaking all the bones and ripping all the muscles and tendons that I have. So I want to see how she prepares, because I know that she goes over and above what your average cast member might do physically to get ready for a show, even if I were a dancer. And then we're going to go to Dimena Studios down in Midtown for the Broadway cast recording of the Cher show. Finally, we're going to record the cast album. I know people have been asking when it's going to happen. We in this building have been asking when it's going to happen, and here we are. So I don't know how much, honestly, I don't know how much I'm allowed to show, but I'll show as much as I can, I promise. And, you know, I volunteer to have some of it, of my own singing, filmed, if it's at all possible. But we'll certainly be able to show you the way it's set up, and, you know, we'll get to talk to everyone who's going to be there at the studio, because it's a really exciting time in a Broadway show, because we all grow up listening to these cast albums, and then you get to sing on one. It's really cool. So here we go. We're in the lower lobby of the theater here. It's about 45 minutes before curtain, and it's an unusual sight in the lower lobby of a theater. But here is Ashley Fitzgerald, the Dark Lady. Hello. Doing her warm-up. This is something she has to do. Now, if you've seen the Cher show, you'll know that this is maybe the most exciting moment in the whole damn show. But I like to think of it as our personal duet, but, you know, maybe that's that's not fair. That's leaving out a lot of other people on the stage. But I do like to think of it that way, because it's intimate. Singing and you're dancing. It is my favorite thing in the show. I mean, I literally just have to sing and watch this woman be magic. So, Ashley. Hey. Is this every show? This is before every show? This is every day? Uh-huh. Is this a warm-up that you have to do specifically because of that dance, or would you do this anyway?
I'd probably do it anyway. I've always sort of done a bar warm-up, even when I've gone on for like just singing parts.
Okay. So
I would do it anyways. It's the later stuff that, I mean, I kind of do like some harder stuff, like this is a little bit more like an extended Ronda Jam series.
Okay.
So I probably wouldn't do this if I didn't have to do Dark Lady, just because.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about, well, first of all,
Here, come down with me.
What's that? Oh, are we going on the floor? Tell me a little bit about, like, from your perspective, because I didn't get added, like, you know, Matthew Heisig and I didn't get added until it was time to sing it. So how did this dance come about?
Well, when you do partnering, it can't be like someone tells you what to do and then you do it.
Okay.
It's a duet, and this one is me with like a bunch of different guys. So
right.
It has to be a collaborative process. Crafted it, Christopher Gattelli, myself and the men crafted it to my body and their bodies.
So when you say all the women, so you mean like all the men and all the women in various partnered combinations came up with lifts and moves and things, and then they sort of all said, okay, now Ashley, you do all of them.
Yeah.
Which has got to be tricky, right? Because they do it for their bodies. Oh, I see what you're saying. So then you had to make those specific moves work.
Yeah, so then you take those moves and you sort of make them, you know, work for your body and what makes sense for your body, you know?
Got it.
Like the really cool lift at the end where I'm like spinning and I catch my leg and I'm like that.
Yeah.
Upside down Elena.
It's like a helicopter where she's the propeller.
Elena was like, here, let's do this. Quack, 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 quack. And she just did it, and it was amazing. And then I think Chris added the spin, you know. So it's like if you say one thing and then it spawns something in Chris's brain, and he's like, oh, well then we could do that, and we could do that. You know, it's such a collaborative process. So that's really kind of how it all...
Like cast-wide collaborative even.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I definitely did not know that.
Yeah.
How far, like what percentage done is this? Because we've been going a while here.
5% left.
You 5%? Okay. You have 5%?
I had a baby not too, well, kind of a long time ago. But I have to do all this because she tore all my abdominal muscles. Anyways.
That little shit.
So they had a violinist come and watch a video of me doing it before we started the show in Chicago, and he choreographed he wrote his violin to all my dance moves, everything.
Wow.
So the whole thing was written based on like the movement that my body was doing, which is so cool to me. And then, I don't know, what's her name, Kiko? She plays the violin, and it's like, whenever she came in and like gave it so much life, and anytime I do this one move where all the boys like come around me, and I kind of like, I go up, and this was not choreographed before we got to here. It's just like this like handsy thing that the guys and I do, but I literally like changed what I was doing based on like her violin, like the whole thing. I don't know, she just like spoke to me in the way she played so much. I always know when it's her playing down there, because it's just like we're like right in tune with each other.
That's so cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
All right. It's probably time to go. I gotta get ready.
Okay, you go get ready before the people come down and get drunk. Thanks you, ladies.
For joining me.
Appreciate you.
Hi.
We're recording.
We are. We're at Dimena Center for Classical Music.
/BAC.
Which we're not, but this is not classical music. And we're sitting in, I'll show you. I'll show you around.
There's so much food.
There's so much food. We should be recording, but we're not recording right now. But there's food, and you can hear there are drums coming from somewhere behind that door. So anyway, it's Babe's first cast recording.
Okay, we have the green wigged teal here. Hi, what's going on?
Hi.
Again, what's happening? We are not backstage, but back studio recording, and Broward.com would like to know what is this?
It's a singer's throat spray. I stole it from Michaela.
Yeah.
It's gonna make me sing like a glorious rock star.
Okay,
like
what's the
Cher.
proper technique for application?
You open your mouth and
And it tastes like butt.
it doesn't taste great.
It does not taste good.
It doesn't taste great.
Okay, this is what you got to go through, kids. You got to endure all these.
Hard.
Yeah, Browie's tough. Browie's tough.
Okay, this is honestly a really big moment. We're about to do I Got You, Babe. And Andrew's here, and we're doing I Got You, Babe. I Got You, Babe.
Oh.
I Got You, Babe. It's happening. We're recording this song. Like, for real. Oh, also, I stand in this little booth, and Michaela's over there. Can you see her? Feel the glass? What's fun is I can hear you in my cans, but nobody else can.
We did it.
It was good for me. Was it good for you?
It was okay for me. It was okay. It was good. We had each other.
We did.
That was fun.
That was fun. We did I Got You, Babe.
We did I Got
It
You.
was actually one of those really weird things, hearing like the oboe doing that. It's so crazy
great.
authentic, and here we are in the studio. All right, you have more to do. I'll see you in a while. Okay, we're back.
Are you familiar with this headphone box?
Me and
I have
Matthew Heidsieck are about to do Dark Lady.
So basically,
He's getting a little tutorial on.
All the different instruments are splayed out for you. This was Teal's mic earlier, so you are Teal.
Ew,
this
Teal's
number
mic. It's kind of cooties.
And basically, if you want more band,
I'm gonna walk you around this room here. All right, so this is where our guitar player was. This room was filled with musicians before. It's a really big, cool space. And we're in these little booths singing.
So I don't need to click anything to talk, you guys.
And we're about to We're about to fight over Ashley, really. But, you know, but also Michaela and Teal and Steph, theoretically. You ready?
Yeah.
I did a whole thing with Ashley about this number, and she talked about how she gets ready for it.
Yeah.
Do you think of it as your own personal duet with Ashley, as opposed to me?
I sometimes forget what I'm saying while watching Ashley dance, because I fall into this thing, I'm like, I could never physically ever imagine what it's like to do what she does,
Right.
and she's gorgeous, so sometimes I just go, da.
We talked about that.
Blah.
Then she like
Flighty.
zooms in on you with those eyes, and you're like, forget
I'm
it.
like,
I'm out.
flighty, so, that's my
Yep.
experience.
See, it's not just me. It's anybody who has to do anything while she like zooms in on you.
Oh, well, then she grinds on you
And then she
and scratches you.
She does some scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes she'll lick my face. So the cast album is done. Everyone will ask when this comes out. I don't know. So before you ask, I don't know. I think they usually take like 6 weeks or 8 weeks. So figure March, maybe. That's a guess. Please don't hold me to it. And this is kind of getting toward the end of It's Always Sunny. But I wanted to leave you with one last little fun thing. People often say, you know, one of the questions is, how do you do the same thing over and over again? And I will say one of the fun little treasures of being in a show are the sweet little nothings that we say to each other very quietly on stage that nobody else can hear. I have lots of things that I say to Teal, talk about food that she makes that, you know, would poison me. But our own Michael Fatica, he uses pickup lines during this Jesse James number in Act 2 on pretty much everyone, I believe. And since last week was a lot of advice about things that you should do, things that you could do, you know, in this, especially in theater or in the business, and we had some real life advice from Emily Skinner. This is more like what never ever to say to anyone in a bar or a club, if people still go to clubs, or pretty much any time you are trying to flirt with someone.
Hello, Broadway.com. This is Michael Fatica of the Cher Ensemble. Jarrod has let me commandeer his camera, and I'm about to give you guys some pickup lines that I do during the show.
What are you gonna do?
Hey, Jarrod. Hey! Are you a beaver? 'Cause damn! Hey, Charlie. Are you Wi-Fi? 'Cause I feel a real connection. No! Hey, Michaela.
Yeah.
Is your body from McDonald's? 'Cause I'm loving it.
Now we make out.
Ooh, it's working! Hey, Amy. My lips are like Skittles. You want to taste the rainbow? Hey, Colby.
Yes.
I lost my number. Can I have yours?
Yeah.
Hey, Dee.
Hey.
Are you a cat? 'Cause I'm really feline a connection.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Emily.
Yes, Michael.
Is that a mirror in your pocket? 'Cause I can see myself in your pants. Hey, Steph. Your hand looks heavy. Let me hold it for you.
Jesus. Have you met Lola? That's the name of my ring.
Hey, Maia.
What's up, Fatica?
If a big man comes and puts you in his bag, don't worry. I asked Santa for you for Christmas. Hey, Tiana.
Yeah?
Did your left eye hurt? 'Cause you've been looking right all day. Hey, Carleigh. If you were a fruit, you'd be a pineapple. Hey, Jen. If you were a vegetable, you'd be a cucumber. Hey, Tori. Feel my shirt. It's made of boyfriend material.
Oh.
Whoa! Oh my God, Angel. Was that an earthquake? Or did you just rock my world? Hey, Blaine. If I kidnapped you, I'd hold you for handsome. And that's how you do a pickup line.
Well, I hope you learned from the cautionary tale that is Michael Fatica's game. And with that, Broadway.com, I bid you farewell. Thank you for watching these last 8 weeks. This has been really fun, and thank you for watching. Thank you for coming and talking to me at the stage door and tweeting and sending Instagram posts, and thank you all for your encouragement and for participating. Thank you to this amazing company of people who are so willing and able and always game to just jump in every time I'm like, hey, I've got a camera, you want to be on it? And everyone's like, yeah, sure. Because this would not have been fun otherwise. So thank you to my wonderful cast and company and everyone here in the building. And you know, keep following us here at the Cher Show at the Neil Simon Theater. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff, and I'll keep alive the spirit of It's Always Sunny, and you can follow the Cher Show account. You can see what we're doing here. And come see the show, because if you think this was fun, imagine, you know, like the actual Broadway show that we do every night and how amazing that is. And keep an eye out, again, for the cast album. That'll be out in a few months. And yeah, I'll see you around. Thank you.